My name's Amy Keller-Rempp, and I am from Eastern Ontario. The lands there are beautiful. There's lakes and streams and rivers and lots of wildlife, and that just flows through the inspiration of me being an artist.
In grade 2, she came home one night and she had a big piece of newsprint. It was 2 bull moose fighting. So I thought she had traced it from a book at school, and I asked her if she traced it, and she's like, "No, Mommy, I drew that." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, you drew this?" The artist's creativity comes from my side of the family, from the Native family and the Mohawk side of the family.
I really feel the real creative vision is just flowing down the Mohawk side. And I mean, it just trickles down. When I was about 7 years old, my dad was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. As a young man, he had chronic progressive MS, and it just took him down bit by bit and rapidly. It was really fast-moving disease. So he went from being a guy working on the pipeline and blasting and drilling and to being confined to a wheelchair.
Amy, her way of dealing with the MS was working with her art, and she would be in a room for hours and hours just drawing and painting.
He just loved nature, and he saw all the details, and he felt them, and he connected with them. And so I had this idea, this vision comes forward. Okay, I'd like to paint this beautiful black bear with nice, vibrant red leaves. You know, just, it would be really stunning. So I tell him, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Well, what are your thoughts? So he's like, no, these are the ones with the smooth bark. And then I remember from standing out in the woods hunting on my watch, waiting for a deer, that, oh, I did see this bark and it is smooth. And I do remember seeing bear claws in the tree all the way up. So I can still see him like, nope, that's not the way. You got to do it the right way. So this is my workspace studio. I've actually taken over the garage and kicked my husband's stuff out of the garage, but that's okay. He sees that I'm working hard out here and needed the space, so I'm grateful for that. What I'm working on here is actually a beaver pelt. My family, when I lived back east, did a lot of hunting and trapping, and we get a lot of different pelts, and I just thought, what can I do with these pelts to add some art to them? So I thought, well, let's try something different here and work out a process to actually showcase the fur, because that's what it's about. It's honoring this creature that was, you know, we were able to use for clothing and for food and to help feed people for many years. So now I can take this hide and create artwork right on the pelt, and we can admire it for many, many years to come and pass it down through families even, and honor this creature. I came home and it was just like a movie scene. There were police cars everywhere. People from the village were there. I just didn't know what was going on. And at first I thought, oh, our house must have caught on fire. And then this police officer just walked over and he just kind of grabbed me and held me up. And he's like, Amy, I'm sorry, but your dad's gone. And I've carried him with me ever since. I speak of him at every show I'm at, every event I'm at, every time I'm on a stage, I'm talking about my dad and my mom. But I'm grateful I still have my mom with me.
I do a lot of outdoor big exhibit pieces too, and often they're used for special events. So it's always important to get that piece ready and out to the customer in time for their event. Sometimes I'm out here for 4 or 5 hours a day, and sometimes it's 14 hours a day or more. Just this past week, to catch up on a project, I was out here until 5 o'clock in the morning. So that was a good, well, probably 26-hour run, but I got caught up on the piece and back on track, and that's where I like to be. It makes me happy.
The artistic side was obviously one of the inspiration that like attracted me towards Amy, because she could just paint like such amazing pieces in such a short amount of time, and it was just amazing, very inspiring. It's been an adventure. We've moved a lot, and now we're in Fort McMurray.
Moving up here and seeing and experiencing the Northern Lights has been a massive blessing, and it's been an honor, and it's been magical. These lights move and change, and I just see, like, I heard a buffalo running through them. That flicker and that light comes right across, and it just, you know, it's like, it just looks like a stampede running. And I'm like, oh my goodness, does anybody else see that? Like, so I need to put that on a canvas and share it. Carried with Love, I believe, is going to go down in my art career as one of the most special pieces, important pieces that I've created. Some pieces I paint because it's a commission, and someone gives me a description and I just see it and do it. Some pieces are done because of an experience I've had. And then there's some pieces that come about because I feel they're a direct message from the creator. I closed my eyes to fall asleep, and it was just like, bang, here's this vision, the whole thing, completed painting right in my face. And I see this, and I'm like, it's a shock, because it's not my personal vision, but I know I'm supposed to be a vessel and I'm supposed to paint it. So when I create something that I feel is coming from above, I give it 500%. Like, that perfectionist is there. Show up as best as you can and do the best you can, like your life depends on it, kind of thing. Like, just, this is my moment to do what I was put on this earth to do, and I need to do it right.
She said, Mom, I just feel like I have this vision, and I have to paint this. Like, it's just there. I just can't rest until I paint it.
This vision shows up, and it's this big, beautiful eagle, and all the hues of the sun in that bright, vibrant orange, and it's moving in towards the rays and in towards the light, and it's full wingspan, and I knew right away it was a mother eagle. And there are 215 little souls on the back of this mother eagle. I cried through that painting a lot. And it may strike healing, it may strike motivation to help, it may start conversations. What happened in the darkness there is now coming out into the light finally. And these little children will have a voice. Finally. I feel proud. I don't often use the word proud, but when I see it standing there, it looks proud. I am so grateful to have been part of this and honored to be part of it. It's not every day you get an opportunity to paint a beautiful big teepee like this.
It's a big canvas. It's a challenge. It's the first one she's ever done. So we started in the backyard just so she could trace it. And then she starts painting it. It's like, oh, we need bigger space. So then we have to figure out where we're gonna go.
And at one point, myself, my mother, my husband, and all three of our girls had brushes in their hands. I was like outlining and edging, and they were blocking in color, and it was crazy.
We have pictures where the girls are painting the blue border with me.
The girls are so sweet.
So that flexibility and that entrepreneurship, so that's part of what we want to instill into the girls. And they're all artistic, all three of them. So it's not a big stretch to have them handling a painting. That's sort of, they're just begging to go and help.
It just turned out so beautiful. I'm very proud of it and her for painting it. It was a huge task, a huge job, but it's just beautiful. And I helped her block in color. And I mean, I still can't bend over. My backbone is still so sore.
There's no time to sit and be afraid. Just get in there and do it. And I think that's the drive too that I also have with my abilities with some of these big art pieces I'm doing. I'm like, nope, you're not going to be afraid of that. Just figure it out and do it and get it done. I think my dad would be very proud, actually, and to see the journey and the skills that I'm implementing, like the tools he taught me to use as a kid. I think the knowledge growth over the years and that journey has really come full circle, where now I don't even really often have to think about it. It just lines up magically. And I know I'm being guided for sure, and I feel the presence of a spiritual guide, and I'm sure that my dad is part of that.